Round 1.
Welcome to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. My name is Steve Johnson. It's Aurelio Martinez. Boy, this past weekend we had a great fight. Not a great fight card, and not even really a great fight, I shouldn't say. We had a fight where win is expected. Took a little longer, I thought, for Canelo to get a hold of Amir Khan's jaw, but once he did, it was over. Aurelio, I can't really... Well, let me back up a little bit.
Okay.
The fight was Saturday night. It was at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah.
You know, HBO, pay-per-view, Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotions. Like I said, the fight card, on the undercard, they had Glenn Tapia and Frankie Gomez and David Lemieux and Glenn Tapia and
et cetera, et cetera.
Et cetera, et cetera. That was, once again, these fight cards, though, sad to say, but they're very predictable. We knew what was going to happen before they... every fight that was on that card, it was not a matter of if, but when it was going to happen.
Well, even the main event, that falls in them same guidelines. I think everybody knew what was going to happen there, but it was an intriguing fight that everyone wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get a kick out of after the fight going on the internet, and you go into Twitter and the Facebook and all these social medias, and you hear everybody over there boosting out, well, I called this, I called the 6th round, I told you it was going to happen. You know, but so did 99.9% of the people out there that know boxing said. So you didn't guess, I mean, so they didn't, there wasn't a reach, you know? I mean, so they don't have to be proud of that prediction. I mean, because it really wasn't a prediction. It was just everyone was wanted to see how it was going to happen.
Well, you know what on that vein, what you're saying right there, what was funny to me was that all of the people that were watching the fight, and not, I shouldn't say all of them, but a great number of people actually, that were scoring the fight after 5th round, some of them actually said they had, Amir Khan had 4-1.
Well, yeah.
That's ridiculous. You know, that's just somebody that's wanting to see Amir Khan do well. I had the fight 3-2. In my case, I had it 3-2 after 5 in favor of Canelo. You could have had it 3-2 in favor of Amir Khan at that point, but there's no way it was 4-1. And even if you did have it 4-1, you really look bad, when you see that this boy came back and Canelo dropped him, folded him like a lawn chair, which is really the MO of Amir Khan.
Well,
Once he gets hit,
we talked about that.
Right.
We talked about that, and obviously, it wasn't any secret. I mean, if Amir Khan was able to box and stay away from Canelo for 12 rounds, then he had a chance to win this fight. The question is, can he do that? And the answer was obviously no. And I don't think anybody out there, including Amir Khan's mother and father, thought that he was going to be able to do that for 12 rounds. So it was a payday, and I'm happy for the guy because he's been begging for a payday for years.
Yes.
I mean, to get and now he got a payday. And what did he put in his pocket? $13 million, something like that. And
I don't think it was that much.
Yeah, it was up there.
Was it?
It was up there. So you got to be happy. He waited. He played the game. He played the game and he waited and it worked for him. A lot of people that kind of play that game and they wait, then it passes them by and they don't get anything. So he got his payday. But if you look at, he's got a glass jaw. I mean, he's a very good boxer, fast hand speed. No one can deny that he's a good boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no one could deny that because he is. He's one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Glass jaw. Okay, people were saying, well, he got knocked out at 135. He got knocked out at 140. He got knocked out at 147. Now he got knocked out at this one here. So it really doesn't matter. When you got a glass jaw, you got a glass jaw.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what trainer you get, who you got. If you can't get yourself into enough shape to stay away from these people for 12 rounds, you're not going to win very many top caliber fights.
Let's talk about trainer for a minute, okay? Virgil Hunter, running his mouth all up to the fight, saying that we've got the blueprint. We're going to do this. As soon as they revive Amir Khan, because he was unconscious, as soon as they revive him, he flips the script. Canelo needs to step up and fight Triple G. Dude, wait a minute. Let's back up a little bit. Pump your brakes a little bit because, no matter what anybody says, and I know you disagree with this, but Amir Khan has ducked Kell Brook, for the last 3 years.
Yep.
Okay. Now, Virgil Hunter, since you're running your mouth about who needs to fight who, I want to see you if you are so adamant about let's not duck. We're not going to duck any longer. Kell Brook.
Well,
Kell Brook will knock Amir Khan out too.
But he's already called him right after this fight. He called him out and says, "Well, let's see if he steps up to the plate." He says, "I'm ready to fight Amir Khan now." And I kind of thought that was odd that someone would call out the losing side of a big fight and not the winning side, but he did. Kell Brook actually is on record after the fight calling out Amir Khan.
Well, he's been calling him out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been calling him out. And what better time than after you saw the guy that's been ducking, you got knocked out again, you know? And it's what is his albatross? Overhand right.
Yeah.
Overhand right. That's what Breeders' Prescott did.
Yeah.
That's what Danny Garcia did. I don't know, man, but Virgil Hunter has done nothing.
Well,
okay,
he
only has one boxer. That's Andre Ward. Everybody else that he's been involved in, they haven't done anything. Right. So I'm really tired of hearing about Virgil Hunter being this supreme trainer.
Well,
you know?
I'm to the effect where I don't even listen to them guys that put these trainers on these pedestals. You know, you know, I trained for a long time. I still continue to train, and I've always told people it's not the trainer, it's the boxer. The trainer has to be more of a guide and an instructor, and we, you know, you have to capitalize on what you're going to teach your boxers to make their strengths stronger and to improve on their weaknesses. Okay, Andre Ward is one of them fighters like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Anybody can train them. These guys, yeah, exactly. The skill set is natural. It doesn't matter. Anyone can train, and I didn't mean anyone. So to give Freddie Roach credit for Manny Pacquiao, to give Hunter the credit for Andre Ward, or to give Roger Mayweather or Floyd Mayweather Sr. the credit for Floyd is it just doesn't make sense, because these are ideal boxers that doesn't matter who's going to train them.
Okay,
they're going to succeed.
You know, real quick, let me touch a little bit on the undercard, because I think it needs to be noted that David Lemieux had a nice little fight. You know, they're against Glenn Tapia, who actually wasn't going to do anything, and so Freddie Roach threw in the towel there. I think it was the fifth round, something like that. I don't know what it was. It was, they call it a TKO, but he quit basically. You know, but David Lemieux came out and handle his business. He came out and beat up on a guy who wasn't there to fight. Yeah. You know, in the same situation. A little bit different with Frankie Gomez, because Mauricio Herrera, no, he shot. You know, and it was really sad for me to see, because you remember the last fight that we all remember that this dude is a guy that consistently in his career got robbed. He went to Puerto Rico and he beat Danny Garcia and he got robbed. Now he comes back with a fight Saturday night that really could have reestablished himself, but he's done. You know, and Frankie Gomez couldn't stop him. Well, you know, that was the thing that I think most of us will remember. He couldn't stop him. So Frankie Gomez, he's still undefeated. I think now he's 20-0, 21-0. But there's a lot to be, you know, to question about Frankie Gomez.
Well, Frankie Gomez, I think what's hurt him, and I'm gonna go on the record, what's hurt Frankie Gomez in his career in boxing is his promoter, Golden Boy. You take a talent like that, highly decorated, and you've got to move that talent. And you got to move him quickly, and you got to make him become one of the limelight type fighters. Quick, you hold him back. Look at Frankie Gomez. They've been holding him back. He's on this fight. He's that fight. Yeah, I mean, you remember when he first broke into the scene? I mean, everyone was excited. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, people kind of forgot about him.
That's exactly right.
And that's nobody's fault except the promoter not keeping him active enough. I mean, Frankie should be actually right now fighting for world championship.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he's not. And he's being hurt more than he's being helped by the inactivity or fighting the lesser caliber opponents. Okay, let him do what he does. Let him become a Pacquiao. Let him become an Andre Ward. Let him become that type of fighter, the Floyd Mayweather. Let him. He's there. Natural talent. Capitalize on it.
It's going to be an uphill battle for him now, from what I saw on Saturday night. David Lemieux, you know, he's politicking for a rematch with Triple G. I don't think that's going to happen. But there's some guys that, you know, that should be worried about David Lemieux. So we'll see what happens with that.
I think Triple G said he's not going to waste a lot of time on this Canelo thing. They're either going to fight at middleweight the way it's supposed to be,
Or he's looking at Danny Jacobs.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He says they're not going to waste a lot of time to go ahead and sign to fight Danny Jacobs. See, he's the kind of guy that needs to stay active, and he wants to stay active,
and will stay active.
And will stay active. He doesn't have time to sit there on the play this waiting game, because he's not waiting for a payday. He knows what he is, and he wants to show the people in each and every fight what he can do.
Exactly. So, all right, that's the end of our first segment. We'll be back in segment number 2, where we'll talk about some upcoming bouts. But most important, segment number 3. Come on, man. You know, I hate to keep saying this, but people just keep reminding me that the often imitated but never duplicated, you know, come on, man, is our most popular thing we got going on Throwdown. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Freshen your coffee, freshen your fresh can of Pepsi or whatever. We'll see you right back. We'll be back in a minute.
All right. Till then, keep your hands up.
Keep them up.